I honestly don't know if this story happened exactly as I remember it, but it feels so real to me. A distant time comes to mind, what feels like a forgotten chapter, a quieter world, what seems so far away now. Early in 2019, I unexpectedly crossed into the world I'd never imagined, the world of dance. It all started when a friend invited me to join dance classes. I was hesitant, but I decided to give a shot.
Come on, it'll be fun. Trust me.
After a while, my coach encouraged me to attend my first party, which, to be honest, turned out to be a complete disaster. After taking more classes and plenty of practice, I wasn't entirely sure I was ready, but there I was, a tucked-away spot near Palace, Ukraine, at the second party in my life. The studio's entrance was unassuming, like a secret door to another realm. The space inside hummed with music, movement and laughter, vibrant world, and I felt completely out of place. I stood awkwardly at the edge of the dance floor, trying to make myself invisible. Then it happened.
Would you like to dance?
Me? I couldn't comprehend it, but somehow I said yes. I didn't know the steps. I didn't know how to move, but as we danced, it didn't seem to matter. For a few fleeting moments, I forgot how out of place I felt. All I could see was her. That's how I met Polina. This first dance was only the beginning, and I never imagined how much this one dance would shape the future. After the dance, Polina and I didn't speak much for 2 years. Life moved on, as it does, and that brief encounter became a memory I held onto tightly. We would cross paths occasionally at open-air dance events. Each time it felt like universe giving me another chance. I would see her from across the floor, her laughter and energy lighting up the space. Sometimes we danced together, and those moments through the brief stayed with me. I couldn't pinpoint why, but there is a mysterious charm in her presence, a magnetic draw I couldn't define or resist. But she rarely stayed until the end of the event, and I never found the courage to speak to her beyond a simple hi. It was August 14, 2021, when everything changed. Polina found a post of mine on Facebook and messaged me about it on Telegram. It was such a simple thing, but it opened the door I hadn't realized was there. We started exchanging messages, just a small conversation at first. So, how the freelance life treated you?
Oh, pretty good. I've been busy with a couple of projects lately.
Nice. Sound like you killing it.
Trying to. What about you?
I was thinking, maybe we could team up on something sometime. I offered her a project, and as we worked together, our conversation grew longer and more personal.
How often do you go to open-air dances? I recall spotting you there frequently.
We talk about work, dancing, and life. She had a way of listening what made me feel deep connected and understood. I've been DJing and choosing the music at dance parties recently.
No way. That's so cool. I wanna dance at one of your parties.
I found myself opening up to her in ways I hadn't with anyone else. By that time, I had learned how to dance. Not perfectly, but well enough. I started DJing at parties on a more regular basis, which turned into exciting adventure. Also, Polina and I attended a few training sessions together, but we were just friends, or at least that's what I told myself. There was always that feeling just behalf of the surface, an unspoken question I was too scared to answer. It was a Halloween dance festival was truly brought us together. I invited Polina to join as a volunteer. That night, something felt different. During the event, I noticed she looked troubled. Are you okay?
Yes, but one of the organizers made me feel uncomfortable and he wouldn't stop.
I was furious. and I wanted to confront him, but Polina assured me she could handle it. To make sure she felt safe, I offered to drive her home. But a mixed-up with rental car meant we ended up walking through the unfamiliar streets in the middle of the night. The city was quiet, the air crisp, and the world felt like it belonged only two of us in those hours. We talked about everything, life, dreams, fears, and work. She trusted me, and I felt overwhelming sense of responsibility to protect her. That walk wasn't planned, but it became one of the most significant moments in my life.
Oh, look, a black cat. Maybe it's good luck for us.
Yeah, maybe it is. By the time we reached her home, I realized I didn't just admire Polina, I cared for her deeply.
Thanks for everything tonight. I don't know what I have done without you.
Anytime, Polina. Really. By late 2021, our connection had deepened significantly, evolving into something that went beyond simple friendship. We found ourselves drawn each other into ways that were both unexpected and natural.
Hey, what are you working today?
Just a card design. And you? We discovered just how much we had in common, both freelancers navigating uncertainties of life, both finding solace in creativity and self-expression. What started as a friendship was quietly evolving into something stronger. I focused on my latest passion, a card game designing, and Polina became my biggest supporter.
Maybe add some more color here. It would make the characters stand out.
She helped me with text, offered design advice, and encouraged me every steps on the way.
You're doing amazing. I believe in you.
Her support made all difference. But the world outside was shifting. As whispers of war grew louder, life felt precarious. The world outside was changing faster than we were ready for. It was hard to focus on anything else, with uncertainty looming over us. But in the midst of the uncertainty, there is still a sense of comfort in each other's presence. We held onto each other, trying to make sense of all. Then February arrived. On February 13th, Valentine's Day, Polina surprised me with a gift.
I send you something special. Let me know when you get it.
Hey there, sorry for the wait. This is no joke. Got your package right here.
It was amazing. No one had ever given me something so personal and thoughtful before. Each part of the gift spoke volume about the way she saw me and the care she put into it. I remember staring at the drawing, feeling the work in my chest, what words couldn't quite capture. It wasn't about the value of the gift, but the meaning behind it. For the first time, I truly realized how deeply she cared for me. That moment became more than just a memory. It became a symbol of what was growing between us.
I hope you got the package. I thought it might make your place a bit warmer.
Polina, it's perfect, really. No one's ever done something like this for me. Each gift wasn't just a gesture, it was a piece of her soul, a quiet reminder how much she cherished me. It wasn't about gifts, it was about endless care. It was the kind of connection what transcended words, and for the first time, I understood just how much I care for her too. February 24, 2022. It's a date burned into my memory. The night before, I had been laughing and sharing drinks with my friends and cousin. But at 5 a.m., everything changed.
Hey, it started. Wake up.
My cousin woke me up with words what felt like a punch to the chest. Fear and uncertainty gripped me, but my thoughts went immediately to Polina. Without a second of thoughts, I grabbed a car and drove to her apartment. When she opened the door, I could see the fear in her eye mirrored my own. "You are coming with me." She didn't hesitate, and we drove to a veterinary clinic where my cousin had arranged us to stay. The walls were thick and space had airy wideness, almost like time had stopped. There were a few other families there, all wearing the same expression of worry and exhaustion. I had no plan, no idea what the next steps would be, but I focused on the immediate task, keeping her safe. I found an old blanket and wrapped it around her shoulders, wanting her to feel even smallest bit of comfort. All I knew was that as long as she was beside me, I had something to fight for. Something worth protecting at any cost. In that small cold basement, surrounded by strangers, Paulina and I found something unbreakable. The fear and chaos outside only brought us closer together. We could hear explosion here and there, every time shaking the walls and filling the air with dread. Paulina was relentless in her pursuit to work, trying to connect with every client she could, even in these dire circumstances. Her strength and dedication to keep going, to continue working and connecting amused me even more each day. She took everything in her hands, her tenacity never faltering, and it inspired me endlessly. We learned on each other, whispering words of comfort, and in those moments we found strength in the bond we had built over the years.
Home isn't a place, it's a person. My home with you.
Her words filled me with warm and overwhelming sense of purpose. The sounds of sirens and distant blasts become part of our daily rhythm. The months was followed, tested us in every way. Explosions become a grim background of our life, a constant reminder of the chaos unfolding around us. It was as nothing outside those walls could touch us, as long as we had each other. Power outages forced us to adapt, teaching us how to live in darkness and how to cherish even smallest flicker of light when we found it. We learned to ration food, to find warmth when the supplies ran thin, and to create small comfort where we could. Through it all, we support each other, turning challenges into victories and hardship into bonds what brought us closer. Together, we transferred fear into strength. We transformed uncertainty into proud bond. As long as we are together, we can face anything. The chaos outside continued, but inside we found our own kind of peace. In the darker times, we become each other light. And in each other, we found the hope that no fear, no uncertainty could take away. Today is February 24, 2025. Paulina and I have shared 3 years of love, laughter, and unwavering support. This August, she became my wife, a monumental and natural milestone. Ours is a story of chance meetings, quiet momentum, and extraordinary circumstances. Our love grew not despite the chaos, but because of it, as we learned to find strength into each other and cherish what truly matter. It's a story of love born in crisis, proving what hope and connection can be endured even in the darkest times. We found beauty in small, feeling moments, whatever it was shared smile during the most uncertain times, or simply holding each other's hands when words outside failed. We choose to create our own peace, our own world amidst everything. It's a testament to how, even when the world feels like it's falling apart, love can be force but holds everything together. We will learn what love can be light, what guide us, even when path is uncertain. The symbols of our love are not just the rings we wear, but in every promise we made to each other in those dark days. This is our new chapter, one that begins with love, endures with hope, and stands as testament to the beauty of holding onto each other, no matter what. In these gloomy days, you are my guiding light. By the way, remember that black cat we saw back then? Well, not that exact one, but a similar one now lives with us. It turns out it was truly a lucky sign for us.